Hey guys, this is Maria Eckersley here with another teaching tip. This week I'm going to focus all on how to help kids connect with their scriptures. When my older kids were little, I went out and I bought them all these cardboard books of Mormon. I didn't want to get them a leather quad because I knew they needed to learn how to mark and how to even turn the pages without tearing them. So I got them these great cardboard versions. But the hard part was they would open it up and they're so used to seeing picture books, even pictures in their chapter books. So to them, the scriptures were just overwhelming. So I knew they needed something more. So what I did is I took the Gospel Art Kit images that you can find free on LDS.org. I put them into my graphic design software, lightened them, made all the sizes uniform, and created these really simple Gospel Art Kit scripture stickers. They stick right on the page. They don't move. They don't fall out when they pick up their books of Mormon. And as you can see, they're thin enough and transparent enough that you can actually read right through the sticker. What I love about them and why they work so well for me is because my kids would recognize this picture. So for example, this is the same picture their primary teacher would hold up in class when they were talking about, the 2000 Stripling Warriors. This is the exact same picture they held up in class. Or if there was an article in the Friend about the Stripling Warriors, chances are it would have this picture in it. So all of a sudden they started to recognize, hey, that's in my scriptures. I know that picture. And you could say, hey, Jack, find the Stripling Warriors part of the Book of Mormon. And he could flip through and find it because there's only, 30 or 40 to choose from, and he recognized this image. So that's what I loved about it, is it helped them connect what the teachers were teaching in class, what I taught in Family Home Evening, or what they heard or saw in the Friend, to their actual scriptures that they carried to class. They are a great resource. This year I had a new son, well, not a new son, I had an 8-year-old son who was getting his first new quad, because he was getting baptized. So I knew it was a good year to refresh the Gospel Art Kit stickers and make them new for 2016. So I went through all the Gospel Art Kit images online. There's a lot of new ones that are there that were cool that I added to this set. I also adjusted some of the old ones to be better and just kind of revamped the entire quad. So now free on MeckMom.com you can find all these printouts. They'll look like this when you print them out. And you can print 10 to a sheet, and essentially all they are is just like a sticker paper. So you can see you can just peel those right off and place them in your stickers or in your scriptures. You will find some tutorials on my website on how to place them, how to print them, things like that. Also where to buy the paper. But all the actual printouts, all of these printables are free to you. I took a lot of time to develop them, and also to make your life a little easier, I added in the titles, the page number of where they go, and the scripture reference of which story this picture is talking about, so that you'd be able to use it in your Family Home Evening or in your class or in your family scripture study. Because you could easily say, hey guys, every week we're going to talk about a new scripture story. We're all going to place these in our scriptures together, and then we're going to study the story together. So it's a really simple, fast tool to use. If you're nervous about having permanent stickers in your scriptures or in the scriptures of your kids' class, you easily could print these on just a thin copy paper, and they could stick them in almost like a bookmark. You can even take a glue stick and kind of run down the side of the piece of paper and then stick it in the binding of your Book of Mormon. They'll still be able to pull them out eventually if they didn't like them, but they wouldn't quite be as permanent as this. What I love about these, though, I have to say, is they never fall out. So you don't have to worry about when they open their scriptures, a sea of bookmarks spilling out all over the floor. So these are great for that. But honestly, you could do whichever you prefer. Whatever you do, I just encourage you to try it. It did make a big difference. I have a son on the autism spectrum, and having a visual cue for him was so helpful. He all of a sudden kind of understood what all those words on the page were trying to teach him. It just made a big difference. It was also fun for things like scripture chasing. So you could say, find Abinadi, and they all are looking for that same picture. So there's a lot of different ways to use them in your family scripture study, in your primary classes, or just for your personal use. I highly recommend them. So you can find all the free downloads on MeckMom.com, and also some other videos about how to place them and where to get that paper. So anyway, that's my tip for this week. I'll see you guys next week.